Welcome back to Transport Fever. We're over here in Shanghai where if you want trains, this is the place to be. But of course, I bring into the game, there's no trains here currently. Just about a minute ago, there was like 4 trains going on through here. But currently there are none. It's been a while since I've been in the game, actually. It's probably been a couple of weeks, to be truthful. But I think last time we really were getting the fuel going over here by Shanghai. And that is slowly starting to produce. It's not up to... We're at the first stage, if you will. It produces up to 400, or limit is 400. But that is slowly climbing. We only got one train working this currently. I do believe the oil, if we can see the crude oil, that might be close for an upgrade. I know that's what's waiting for us at the station. Production, 400 or 400. So this can be upgraded shortly once that gets upgraded. More crude oil, which means more fuel, which means this will get upgraded at some point. And that means more fuel for everyone in this particular area. But today, because we've been focusing quite a bit on trains the last few episodes, I need to take care of some trucking things. For one thing, down here like at Beijing, where we're making construction material, this is all going on the train up to Shanghai and being dropped off to be shipped otherwhere or going to Shanghai. But we're right next to Beijing, so we'll probably get a truck depot in town and we'll start transporting some construction mats into Beijing, which means Beijing will slowly grow, which means more people for the passenger train. But I think for today, what I want to start on is over here at Vegas, where the food and truck depot are. I got one truck depot here, and you can see, yeah, the trucks are just waiting to get in here, and I want to limit it of what we got in here. We only got, well, it says 4 routes are coming in here, but let's see if we can eliminate, well, not all into that hub, but let's get another hub in here. And maybe that will cut down on what's going on. Am I going to be able to fit a hub? Let's see, we need it for cargo. Yes, we want a big one. That's what we want. If I do it like this, will that capture... Will that capture that? It says it will. Perfect. We're going to slap you in there. How about that? So this truck here is going to be good. Singapore Farms. Let's bring that up. And instead of going to the branch there, I want you to come to here. And we're going to eliminate this branch here. Yes, turn around and come back here. So now you guys are coming in here. That's going to eliminate quite a few amount of trucks going in there. And see if this will clear on up. What does that do? Let me see terminals. 1, 2, 3. So now we just got each one for their own terminal. Hopefully that will clear up. You should be coming down to here, I would assume. Yes. And plus with less trucks coming out of this intersection turning here, that will get in the way of the trucks coming up from Seattle Farms up to here. So hopefully this will clear out. I mean, that was okay. That was rather quick and easy. We'll see how that goes. So this should be connected to that. Fingers crossed. It says it is. So we'll just say it is. The steel mill is still looking to ship out more steel. They're begging us. Does it actually say up here? No, it's not. It was a little while ago, but I think I've had a couple of cargo ships come down. Actually, we got one here right now. And they're filling up with, well, they're going back with wood and steel. So that's the one thing. This wood should have only been going to here, to this goods production. But I guess some of the goods are going back up to the Toronto goods. Well, you know what? Like I said before, we get paid to ship things around. So I guess it doesn't matter where it goes, as long as we're moving it. All right, well, okay, so the Seattle food and Vegas food, I think we settled that rather quickly. I thought it was going to be more complicated than that. I didn't think that was actually going to connect where I put down that truck depot. So for here, yes, let's eliminate probably a couple of these buildings. I would assume that's going to be the best way out of here. And yes, I always go with the big ones because, yeah, I may want to bring more in the future. Is that the best way to go about that? I'm just seeing where the traffic will be coming into. If I were to just attach it... Well, I really don't want the trucks coming into town. But to cover more of an area, that's what I'm going to need to do. 2 buildings if I put it there. Now it says 3. Can I get back? Now it says 4. How do we get up to 4? I have no idea. Well, that covers a good amount of the city. Maybe just put it 2 buildings. He did it. Kind of a weird place to put it, but that's where it's going to be. And let's go ahead and put one over here. Hopefully I don't have to go over the railroad tracks. Good, I don't. Pop you in like that. And we'll make ourselves a new route. And this is going to be the Beijing Adeline. That's going to be the Beijing construction. All right, so we need a couple of trucks, of course. I don't think I have... Wait a minute, I got buses over here. Where did the buses come from? I know where they came from, but do I have a depot over here? I do not. Well, I think I got a depot way down here. All right, let's go ahead and get... Nope, that's not the depot. Is that a depot? No, that's for the wood. Where is my truck depot? I thought I had one... You know what? Like you always say, they're so cheap. Just put one on down. It'd be better. I have no idea where a truck depot is. Thought I had one over there, but apparently it's there somewhere. I just can't see it. All right, we'll just pop one in over here, I suppose. Truck depot. Pop it down any old where. Buy road vehicles. Not passenger, sorry. We want freight. And looks like we got these. Interesting. No big trucks as of yet. So that's kind of surprising. Let's go ahead and buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sounds good. And Beijing construction. There we go. They're on the road. Oh, you know what? You actually haven't set up anywhere for them to go yet. That'd be a good idea. Let's do that. That's what happens when you don't play for a couple weeks. You forget kind of the simple things. All right, there they go, I hope. Are you going? Maybe, okay, so I had to reset it again. I tell them where to go, and they're like, dude, you don't have no road for us or path for us to go. So they sat there. Now they're good. So this should start filling up with construction materials soon. Once they go back and forth, maybe once or twice, and Beijing will start doing a little bit better, I hope. How are we doing here? So transportation's mediocre, and of course jobs, nothing there, and of course we don't have any goods or anything like that. But I could change that now with the goods. We could actually start seeing some goods come up here and be transported, because I do believe the train that comes down for carrying stone and carrying bricks back will carry goods. And they won't have access to the goods at this platform up here. So we could start seeing more goods come down here and being brought to Beijing. Okay, so that's 2 things already off my checklist I want to kind of get done and get on the go. The next thing I wanted to do, I was looking at maybe getting a passenger train coming over to this side of the valley. I have done nothing on this side of the map whatsoever. And if you haven't been here in a while, of course I haven't either. It is like half the map. And I've done absolutely nothing over here. There's a decent amount of cities. Like I said, maybe just set up a passenger train going around from city to city. And maybe at some point connecting it through Dallas at some point. Because we got a lot of goods here. I got some food we could take from here and start shipping it out via train. We could do a whole sorts of things. But I think I want to take a visit up to here, because it's been a moment since I've been up here as well. This is where I was working for quite a while for a bit, and just want to see what's going on up here, and mostly on the fuel. How are we doing on fuel? Production seems awfully low for the limit that we can have, but maybe they'll kick back up. And there's not much fuel going on here. I think I got 3 trains running this right now. Do I not? I see 2. Maybe I thought about doing... Oh, no, we do got 3. We got 1, 2, 3 trains running the fuel line up here. So that should be good enough. But the one thing keep looking at, I'm trying to solve, and you'd think I would have it solved by now, is the traffic coming into Toronto from over by Stockholm. So I got buses going back and forth from Stockholm to Toronto. We got a lot of passenger trains going back and forth from here, but it still hasn't solved the problem. One thing that happened when I logged in today that happened rather quickly is we do have access to another passenger boat. So maybe just get, because we do got people using now the passenger boats here, maybe just set a quick access going across here. So we're going to have to add a few things. Hello, autosave. Welcome. How you been? Let's go ahead and put in passenger. Yes. And let's see here. This is going to need to be out like... Docks outside navigational waters. Okay, so you're happy there? How far can I go before you're unhappy? Just pop it on in like that. How about that? So we need a road now, and we'll do a city road. And we'll just come up here. You know what? We'll just, yeah, come up here like that. Yes. And then we're going to hit you in like that. One building will be removed. You shouldn't have built there. That's all I can say. Let's go ahead and cut this road back a bit. And then you can come down here like so. Terrain a lot. Why? Why won't you? Now you're happy? Okay. We will put a road in like so. And maybe just bend it around. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Alright, how about if I do it on my own? Like I can make it look better? Of course I can. Where's your confidence? So we are going to need a bus stop coming down here. So we'll add a stop on the line. Well, first of all, let's go to buses. Passenger. Let's make a stop down here so people have access. And now what I need to do is... Where is my local buses? There's a bus. Which one are you on? Stock local bus. That's what we want. Let's see. Where are you going currently? Well, that makes sense. Well, we should actually... We need to add a few stops, don't we? Yeah, we need to do a little bit more for this city. I mean, there's no one here, but we'll pop one there. And then, you know, eventually we'll need one there. Let's put one there. And we'll put one there. Alright, so that's stop number 2. Stop number 3 will go to here. Yep, that's looking good. Stop 4 to there. You can go to there. Then to there. So far the route is looking good. Yeah, that's going to work. That should work, I hope. Alright, so now to make things kind of simple. Boy, do I want to go with a new boat? I don't know. Possibly. But let's set up a quick route here. And this is going to be the... nope, not the color. Stockholm to Toronto boat. Alright, and then we're just going to add it, whoops, add it from here to here. It's going to be a quick one. So, the ship that we just got, I think it was this one right here? Yeah, the Graf Zeppelin. So if we look at passenger-wise, this is the boat I originally was using going down from Toronto to Vegas, and no one ever rode it. Zero, nada. People like this boat, but I think it's because it's kind of, 93 kilometers an hour. Only has 15 passengers, but it gets along pretty quick. This one holds 175. 950K. 564K. I mean, it is a lot faster. I think we just go with one of the new boats. Because why not? I mean, I got 151 million in the bank account. And I think one ship should be good enough for this. If it's not, then I don't know what to do. All right, let's get this boat out into the water. And hopefully we can cut down on some of this traffic here. I mean, it'll take a while, of course, the line to get going, but once it does... Oh, I kept clicking. I was like, why isn't that showing up? Let's see. What kind of color do we want for the water? Do we want to go green? I'm going to go green. Because why not? Wait, I don't think that actually selects the color. I know to get details. That was the route. Let's go green. There we go. So hopefully I can get someone else to ride on these boats rather than just the hovercrafts that we got going. Wait, what terminal? Let's see what the terminals we got here. Okay, we got different terminals they're going to, so good. They're not going to get in each other's way. At least one would think. What's going on up here? Oh, why do we got a problem? No surprise, it's happening. It's happening here. I thought we solved this problem. I really thought we did. Why are you coming back up on that side? How did you come back up on that side? Alright, you need to be switching back over to there. I thought I had this all figured out after last time, but apparently not. So, you... waiting for free path. Of course you are. I'm going to have you turn around. No path. No kidding. Now you're waiting for an open spot. Well, I ran this for a while. I remember after last recording to figure out what needed to be done, and it was running smoothly. But I guess it just has to be at the right time. Alright, so Vegas, Singapore, Shanghai goods, lower Munich. Boy, what platform? I would like you to come up, actually, to platform... Hang on, I need you to switch you from there to there. And that'll get you off that. But now I need to get rid of you. That should solve that problem in the future. You would think. But right now, I do need to solve this problem. And let's see how I'm going to go about doing so. Can I turn you around? Why do you say no path electric? You should be able to go back down on that side. Oh, because you're at the end of the line. You're from Paris, Sydney Dub train. So yeah, you need to cross back over. Alright, let me... Hang on a second. If I flip this around... Maybe... Oh, good old times. I need to put... one there. One there. No, that doesn't solve your problem because you're a moron. stay tuned where next time... I know I figured this out last time, but I don't remember how. This train's waiting. Everyone's waiting. All right, so let's put this on pause for a moment. And now I got this train. Already coming up through here. Is there a way for me to like this, just to go ahead and like, even if I send a depot, it's got to have a path to get there. I can't turn this one around either right now, I don't think. Boy, get that train out of here before bad things happen. Can that switch over to the correct side of the track if it needs to? Man. Alright, if I were to... I think I did this before. No, I need the tracks. We need to, from here, can you just go over to there? Alright, that's going to get him out of the way. Let me go ahead. If I were to turn this one around. Alright, can this train here, is that going to go straight? Can that go straight on and then turn? No, train, will you stop? Oh, you turn around. Oh, this is not going well. Okay, this was not part of the plan at all. Why can't I put... Why can't I put down a light here? Alright, put a light there. Hopefully this train will get out of the way. Someday, my friends, someday, I'll get this all squared away up here. I thought it was. Let's see, how are we clearing up now? Those trains were kind of clipping through one another. It's not what you want to see. Alright, so in the future, that train now should be coming up on this platform. Which I thought I've already done, but that might have been another line that I had set. Alright, so hopefully we got everyone... Is everyone happy again here in Shanghai? I sure as heck hope so. Since we're over here, let's see how we're doing on getting construction material over to Beijing. Is that happening? Yes, we are getting... We are mediocre on construction material over to here, but it is moving over here, and that's a good thing. Alright, so that is step number one. What's the other thing I worked on? Oh yeah, the other thing I was worked on is over here. How is the traffic going into this truck depot now? Look at that. No trucks waiting whatsoever. So that should help out the process of keeping the trucks moving, keeping everything on the go. That is looking really, really good. Now, the other thing I was just doing I'm sure that hasn't even kicked in yet. And that is going to be... Ooh, but wait a minute. Do I actually already have people down at the port wanting to go? Oh, is it happening? Ah, look at that. We already got someone that wants to go on the boat. There might be already people on the boat. Not yet. But I mean, it just started out, which is not too bad. We got people here, and yes, Stockholm to Toronto. It's going to be a moment. We'll see if that eventually clears out the traffic here. You can see the traffic going into Toronto is getting kind of rough. Is everyone just going straight through or turning? No one's turning left. Yeah, I don't know. Do I got a lot of traffic coming from... I got a lot of traffic coming from this way, but we got a train going from Hong Kong into Toronto. But apparently they're not happy with the train, I guess. I'm not sure if the wait is too long. I have no idea why they're doing that. I got buses and a train going back and forth, so go figure. I mean, if you look at Shanghai, the mess I'm having there, I got tons of trains over here in this section. I figured a way around that quite well. It says Shanghai is causing me some problems. Meanwhile, places like, how are we doing in Los Angeles? So it's just transportation I got here, I think. It is poor, but the population's going up. So we got a local bus going around LA. We got the train stop going on through. And not only that, we do have some boats. Actually, a boat just left. They got 12 passengers on that hovercraft. We got 8 passengers there as well. So they're going both ways. I like the hovercraft. So we do got some good transportation there. We just need to get some either construction material or some goods down here. And there could be a way to do that. I'm just not sure how I want to do that as of yet. All right, so how is the fuel doing here? 400, 400. All right, so that is starting to peak up. I may need to start thinking about a second train on this route. So, because the more we move, the better it's going to be, right? So let's go ahead and... what kind of a train do I got on here, locomotive-wise? We want to match it. Where is my train? There it is. Yeah, I don't know why there isn't one where I could just, like, I could say duplicate. Copy. There's a way to do it. I don't know how. Alright, so locomotives. It looks like I'm using maybe something like this. Where's that train? Let me get a better look at it. All right. Let's see if I can match that up. I think it is this one. So we'll buy that one. And it's all tankers, right? Yeah, it's all tankers. So wagons, these bad boys. No, how about you actually... okay. No, buy trains. And we can go up to 240, so I think it's going to be 231, right? 239 is what I can get away with. Alright, and this is going to be... Actually, I don't know what it's called. Shanghai Fuel Train? Yeah, Shanghai Fuel Train. Why are you on the wrong side of the track? Well, it's probably because you don't have the correct platform set for it. Terminals. No, you're coming in on terminal number 2. And then go this way. So are you coming in on the wrong terminal over here? terminal number 1. So you should be switching over. You can see where it's going to be a problem because the trains are not. I'm going to have to pause it because this is going to cause a problem. Why didn't you switch over back there to get on the right-hand side so when you come into this here, instead you're switching over to here. See, how can I fix this now? If I set you to go into Terminal 1 and then do a cross route only over to here, that's not going to solve that problem either. Is it, maybe I need to just add some lights? That's coming from the other way. That needs to go there. Need to delete that one in the middle. That's always so loud. Why am I having an issue in my brain to figure out where this should be coming in? Now let me come back down to here and we'll... train problem today. I didn't want to be focused on trains today, but here I am. We'll put a light there. Aha, there we go. That is all I needed to do, apparently. Alright, so we will unpause that. So this train will load up. That'll go on the correct side of the track. And this one here, it should... When it does arrive here and it turns around, it should go the correct way. Yes, that's looking good. All right, so now that's going to be good to go. That should not run into any problems once this gets up here. Everyone will be on the correct side of the track. All right then, one problem at a time. So yeah, Shanghai is looking good. Yeah, I want to move more construction material, but maybe I was thinking about, because we do got a passenger train going on these tracks, maybe running some construction through here and getting some over to San Francisco. Oh boy, I put an awfully tight turn down on these tracks down here. I suppose what I would be doing is putting like a cargo depot here, and they could just come either around it or go through it, and the passenger train can go around it. But how far do I want to go with it is the question. I'm definitely going to want to think about that. Definitely going to want to think about that for sure. So poor old New York over here is something else I wanted to think about getting involved in. And maybe I should expand a little bit on some transportation. So maybe instead of having that big ship just going back and forth from Toronto to Stockholm, maybe add New York in as well. What's traffic like in New York? There's like no traffic at all going back and forth. I thought maybe New York would have some traffic going around to like Toronto and Stockholm, but there's like... It's like New York doesn't exist. Yeah, there's like no traffic at all going to New York. And so maybe not focus on that too much. It does look like the traffic is clearing out here, but it does this once in a while where it looks like it's clearing up. And then you come back like 10 minutes later and it's full. 2 people on the boat. I say we get New York involved a little bit. So how do you want to do that? Do you want to go like to New York and then over to LA? and then circle back around to Toronto. We could do that. Do you want to put it into this nice little bay here? I think the boats may have trouble going in and out, but actually, boy, New York is kind of like up on a hill, aren't they? I guess the only way we'd have access to the port is to bring a road down from here. Can I bring a road down from there? That's the question. Do you want us to come off from there? I mean, are you happy with that? Looks like they'd be going for a little bit of a ride. Well, maybe you should put in the port to begin with. That's where he's putting it. Something like that. And just going to put it on a country road. Hopefully, maybe someone will build down here. I mean, prime real estate. All right. So, of course, we're going to need some buses around here, right? So, bus stop, of course, coming on down to the port. We will put a bus stop here. I will put one here, but I'm going to connect up those roads. The bus will then come around to there. And then to there is what we'll do. All right, let's go ahead and make a new line. So, of course, this is going to be the New York local bus. So we will start off with the obvious one, so I don't want to forget about it. We'll add... Hello. Can we just add that? Thank you. And then come up to here. You should have made the road first. All right, hang on a second. Kind of forgot about that part, didn't you? A little bit, I did. All right, and then to there. To there. I think that's good. That is good, as far as I'm concerned. We'll stick the depot just out of the way down here. All right, let's buy road vehicles, passenger, and we'll buy 5 because I got 171 million. I need the New York local bus. There we go. Bus is on the way. Now let's come up here. We'll just grab the ship because it's easiest. We'll grab the ship. And we'll add this. And then we'll add after that. Let's see. Stockholm. Then Toronto. Thing is, though, I already got the hovercraft boats going to LA. Well, we can always give them another option, right? Boat's got to come down this far anyways. To there. To there. Seems good enough to me. Good enough. Good enough. And at least with the road coming down here, I can always put down a cargo port down here if I want to in the future. And we can cargo up some goods up here. But hopefully we can get the New York involved. 308 population for New York. That's kind of Kind of bad to see from New York, isn't it? Well, let's see if they'll end up growing eventually. So what else can we do here? Do I want to double check on things over here? Boy, we are piling with a lot of food over here. Do I need more trains? Cargo trains for food. Why is the Vegas, Shanghai, Munich, Shanghai goods? Why do they not have, like, no food going back on them? Why do I have them coming here then? Was it my hopes and dreams that they would bring construction material back to this port here? Is that connected to the train? It is not. Vehicles. Yeah, so they can carry logs, planks, and construction material. Shouldn't they be able to carry food as well? Well, either way, not too sure. Are they able to get enough food over to Shanghai? That's as far as they're going, I think. I don't got them going to Beijing. How's Shanghai doing on food? 552 out of 796. That's pretty good. And by the way, we don't have any trains locked up anywhere? No, it looks like the train situation might be squared away for now. Who knows? How are we doing on fuel? This is good. This is actually already getting up to the limit again. So that'll be upgraded. And looks like these trains are... Yes, you're on the correct side of the track. Congratulations. How much crude oil are you hauling? 25 out of 225. That's fine. This whole line is just really getting going, so it's going to take a moment. This should have been upgraded. Yes, it's been upgraded. I wonder when I changed up the line for that reset this, because that was up kind of high before. Well, we'll just let it continue. We'll just let it continue. So again, right now, and we got most of the cities involved now on this side, so maybe I start Singapore Sawmill. What's the problem here? You're trying to ship more goods. We got one train doing that, so hopefully we can. What's it going to be like setting up a passenger service for these cities? Now, of course, it's not just run a train here, there, and there. It's going to be, I got to set bus routes in all the cities to the depots, and also try to think long-term as well where the passengers are. I probably want to bring in some cargo at some point. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to have, like, the center tracks like we always do, but when the center tracks come to a city, have like 2 sets go to one side, 2 sets go to the other, one for passenger, one for cargo, and they can meet up again. That way the platforms are separate, more so than what I have in the other cities. But man, the terrain around here is not the smoothest. I mean, I could start with just a Portsmouth, Edinburgh, Atlanta start, and then go from there. I think before I even get started this, I need to put more thought into it, which I have not done. I've not done at all. And you know what? I think because something just got invented. Ooh, what is that? I mean, we got a whole train set up there. That looks like it's one heck of a passenger train. That thing must zoom along. That might be a good train to sub out. So this is a passenger train. Not a full one, but it's doing pretty good. Finances, how is that looking? It's bringing in money, but not a whole lot. What kind of speed are we looking at on that new train, by the way? Oh, there's my truck depot I was looking for earlier. It's right there. We got train area right here. Let's just say buy trains. Locomotive. Where is that? Doesn't show there. Why doesn't it show there? Ah, it shows here. Top speed, 300 kilometers an hour. 256 passengers. It costs $54 million. What's the length of that thing? I'm probably looking right at it. Because I don't know if it would fit the platform or not. Loading speed 12 times. Color, lifespan 50 years. Yada yada. It doesn't show the length. I mean, my platforms are pretty on the large size. Part of me wants to do it, but I don't want to say I only got 185 mil. I mean, the passenger train here, I don't have no cargo on it, so that could zip along really, really quick. Where is one of my trains? I think I got 2 trains on this route. Maybe even 3. And right now, I can't find one of them. What are you? There you are. I could... This is doing pretty good financially. I could... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Vehicles. I actually only got 2 trains on this route. And I could say replacement. That would cost me like $110 million to upgrade those 2 trains. I think I need to hold off onto that until I figure out what I want to do to the other side. But yeah, I think I need to wrap up the episode right there for today. So I was going to stay away from trains. And I spent half of the episode, I think, trying to figure out the whole Shanghai situation. But I think we got that going again. And we'll see how long it takes before people in New York... Oh, we got someone at a bus stop. How long before we actually get someone down here wanting to go somewhere. But yeah, I'm also going to keep my eye on the traffic here to see if this gets reduced. Yeah, you can still see we're still getting a little bit of backup. And I don't know, where is that boat? Where has my boat gone? Ah, it's right here. Got 7 people on it out of 175, so maybe I will put just another boat on that so people are not waiting too long. Because now it's going to take a little time to go around, isn't it? Yeah, buy ship, and then Toronto. Nope, Stockholm, Toronto. That's where you need to go. All right, so we'll put 2 boats onto that. Make it just a little bit better. But we'll see how that goes next time. So next time, I'm not too sure. We'll have to look at maybe getting New York a little bit more involved. Maybe we'll be doing some passenger trains on the other side and just kind of step away from this side a little bit and see how things pattern out. Maybe upgrade... Maybe just focus on the other side and use those new trains that just got introduced and put them over there. Maybe not do any cargo stuff over there. Just do passenger stuff over there with that train, and it can zip around on its own and have fun. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. If you want to help me a little bit more, you know where the thumbs up button is. You know what that does? It does good things for me, apparently. That's what YouTube tells me. Thumbs down button's there as well. That doesn't help out as much as the thumbs up button. But if you're new here and you kind of like this kind of content, you might want to think about hitting that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on more stuff like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Transport Fever. But until then, Have a good one.